I'm curious because you mentioned yo-yo dieting quite a few times. Now, we've known people who have lost 100, 200 pounds and have gained literally all the weight back, then lost it again, then gained some of it back, right? So if you get to the other side, if you've dropped that weight or you've dropped a substantial amount of weight and you're like, I want to stay the course, I want to maintain this.
Yeah.
What are the key things that you need to make sure you just do so that you don't end up going back and gaining weight? Because some people think that like, you know, your metabolism's always the way it is. So like you're gonna be at that weight, then you're just gonna start eating the same amount of food that you used to eat. So what should people do?
Yeah, good question. So there are a lot of people that use whatever techniques to get down to that weight, and then it's almost like they get bored with not seeing the scale change. Like it was almost dopamine releasing to wake up, you know, every week or whatever, and or whenever, how often they got on the scale and just, yes, I lost another pound or lost another couple pounds or whatever it was. So sometimes it's teaching people to like appreciate maintenance, appreciate this plateau, appreciate where you're going to hopefully maintain, and then say like, look, at this weight, you had to eat this much to get there, but you can actually eat more to still maintain this weight. Well, so, you know, you go in the calorie deficit, and then maintenance is actually a little bit higher than that. So allowing people to eat more. The other thing is if we can get people to like really get into physical activity, then you don't need to eat so few of calories for the long run. And I'm going on a debate about what's better, aerobic training versus resistance training for long-term obesity management. My hypothesis is this. I honestly, there's no data to support this, but I'm going to be using hypotheticals and storytelling to try to win this debate because I don't have the data on my side. But, you know, let's say you get people like to just completely starving themselves and they get down that 100 pounds or whatever it is. If we're able to get them to strength train, aerobic training is great. I'm not going to poo-poo aerobic training. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It helps you burn more calories, and there's cardiorespiratory fitness involved and whatever. But what if you're able to start weight training and you build some of that muscle, and then you start eating more and more so that you don't feel so like deprived, and then you're partitioning that energy that you're starting to eat back more and more into muscle and using it as substrate with your muscle. Anyway, this is my idea. There's lots of anecdotes out there. I wish I had a long-term study. The one thing is that people it's just hard to adhere to exercise regardless. So this is all hypothetical, but I think that in terms of weight loss maintenance, getting people to be physically active, whether it's a lot more walking or whatever, but getting people strength training would also help to allow people to eat more. Of course, I use medicines and whatever to keep the weight off on some of these people that are just so hungry. But I think in terms of lifestyle habits, ensuring they know they can eat more. If they start seeing the scale go up a little bit, that's fine. Understanding it's a little bit water. It goes back to the all or nothing mentality that like, oh, I'm starting to see the scale go up. I guess I'm going back to what I was before. It's like, no. Just have these little like alarms that like, oh, I regained, 3% of my weight or 10 pounds or whatever that is. All right, I got to refocus, think about what I'm doing, not overly obsess over it and that type of thing. So these are kind of the skills we go over, but I'm kind of a shill for resistance training, of course, like y'all are. So I do think that like getting into that and really building some muscle and being able to eat more overall, so you don't have to stay on this like depriving diet of egg whites and spinach. No, just kidding. But that's the gist. And of course, focusing on these really satiating, filling foods as much as possible.
What are some things that frustrate you? Because you seem frustrated when it comes to
sexually, or is this?
Yeah, sexual frustration. Yeah, let's get that out. Now, just with some of your posts, sometimes it seems like you're frustrated with some of what's communicated in the fitness industry. So, what are some of the main frustrations of maybe some other people that are sharing information from a nutrition standpoint where you're like, man, some of these guys just don't know what the fuck they're talking about? Because again, I think when you're talking to the community that you're speaking to, it's just a whole different thing. And you're actually a doctor and you're actually like servicing these people, communicating with them and getting them results. It's way different than say, like even me, for example, just saying, hey, like try this, and I think you're going to be able to lose some weight. And of course, there's people that get excited and they drop 20 pounds and stuff like that. But you're actually in the trenches.
Yeah. I think, probably some of the big frustrations, of course, like I always pick on the keto people, like some of these people that just come up with silly mechanisms to promote their style of weight loss or eating. Because the biggest frustration is just the pseudoscience and the stuff that confuses people. Because I think that's what makes people just, wait, I thought eating after 6 p.m. I would automatically gain weight. Wait, I thought eating breakfast was good. Wait, I thought, skipping breakfast was the best. So just like when people make up stuff just to push their narrative, that's the most frustrating thing. Because like in the end, people lose. And, some people are like, well, what's the harm? Like, such and such doctor said that fasting and keto is the best, and there are a lot of people that did it and lost weight. Well, the harm is that you don't see the people that didn't lose weight and now think that certain foods harmful based on some silly mechanistic property that somebody made up. So I'd say the biggest frustration is just simply just making things up without having like the evidence to back it up, and like being very like authoritative about it in terms of like, hey, this might help. Like you said, hey, this strategy might help do this, as opposed to like, this strategy is the way because of this XYZ mechanism. If you do it this other way, you're going to fail. And it's very, I just don't like that authoritative speak in terms of like things that are just like, hey, you don't know that, obviously, number one. Number two, it's just wrong. So I'd say the confusion stuff is my biggest issue.
You mentioned kind of plateaus earlier. And I'm curious because there's some people who they've structured their own diet. They've been a caloric deficit. They've increased their energy expenditure. They're working out. But they've gotten to a point where they're like, I don't want to take away any more calories. I can't do any more fucking cardio. And I'm doing resistance training 6 times a week, but I'm not dropping weight. Right?
Yeah.
So for individuals in that particular conundrum, what should they think about doing? Power Project family, how's it going? So no matter what diet you're on or no matter what supplements you take, it's necessary as you get older to know what's going on under the hood. That's why I've partnered with Merrick Health. They're the premium telehealth clinic owned by Derek from More Plates, More Dates. And we have a panel that will allow you to get all of your labs done and checked in a super easy fashion. Andrew, how can they get it?
Yeah, you guys got to head over to merrickhealth.com/powerproject. That's MAREK health.com/power project, and at checkout enter promo code power project to save $101 off of this comprehensive panel. Links to them down in the description as well as the podcast show notes.
Yeah, these are the people that I'm like, screw the scale weight, let's just forget about it for now. Why don't we focus on other non-scale victories, or whatever you want to say, behaviors? Let's focus on fitness. Let's focus on getting stronger. Let's focus on shaping your body composition. Screw the scale. Not in this whole healthy at every size type of way, but like on a very like purposeful, like understanding that the scale weight isn't everything. There are other factors in your habits that can be very healthful. And so that in those people, like, embrace the plateaus. Let's not even look at the scale anymore, other than, make sure you're not gaining weight, of course. But let's start focusing on other things that can get you going. Let's get you eating more so you're not feeling so miserable, and make sure that you're maintaining the weight. And then see where you go from there. Because like when people start obsessing over their weight, that's worth, and I get it all the time. Patients are we've just been ingrained to obsess over the scale. I wish I could get people not to, and I try to help them. But this is where, hey, let's focus on, let's get your squat up or your deadlift or whatever. Let's focus on, your waist circumference is shrinking, but your scale's not changing. I think that's a good thing. You look different in your clothes. That's probably all you really cared about. Do you really care about the number on the scale? That type of thing.
Power Project family, we appreciate you checking out this clip. Check out another one. Just go check out another one. Or comment down below and let us know what you liked about this one. But we love you guys, and we're going to keep bringing you the heat. So comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, okay? Peace.